Good morning and welcome for the love of food. Today we're going to make one of my favorite all-time drinks. Not an alcohol drink. This is something that's family friendly. We are going to be making lemonade. Now why are we going to make lemonade today? Well, let me tell you. There was a sale for $1.99 a bag of lemons. They're in perfectly great condition. As you can see, the skin is beautiful on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to be showing you 3 different ways that you can make lemonade. And in a minute, I'll show you all the different apparatuses that you can use to do so and make it so easy. Because what is lemonade? It's lemons, water, and sugar. It's that simple. Now, I don't like to waste the peel on the lemons because the lemon peel is called lemon zest and it's used to perk up a lot of recipes. I even like to put it in my yogurt when I have yogurt, just a little bit of lemon peel to some plain yogurt with some vanilla in it. Makes it so delicious. But anyway, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make the lemonade 3 different ways, depending on what device you have or what you have access to. And then I'm going to show you how to take and get the zest off the lemon and how to store it, freeze it and store it so that you'll be able to use it in all your favorite recipes. We'll be back in just a moment. So here are my 3 apparatuses that I have for juicing lemons. The most simple, least expensive, is this little handheld device. And I love this one because if I have a recipe that calls for a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice or something of that nature, I can just simply use this tool. And the way that it would work is I would simply just put one of my lemons inside it with the holes side, see the holes here, down. And then I just press that over my bowl and squeeze. And then look, you can see, there's my lemon juice. And what's nice about this is that it usually, depending on the size of your lemon, catches all of that seeds and pulp and doesn't let it go through. Now, if there was some seed and pulp in there that was small, like you can see, I have one little tiny seed in there. You can just go ahead and just move the bowl around and then find the best spot and pull that one little seed out with your finger and discard it. So that's a real simple method. If you wanted to, you could squeeze all of your lemons using this little device. And when I first started making lemonade, I would make a small amount of it for my husband and I would use this tool. And then a friend came along and said, "What, are you crazy? That's a lot of work. Why don't you simply buy one of these juicers?" Now, this isn't those big, expensive, fancy juicers like you see that take all kinds of things and grind up the pulp. This just basically looks like something that maybe you've seen your grandmother use, an old version of this in a glass dish. But it basically just has this little cone, and I'll bring it closer so that you can see, and a little spout. And so when we're juicing, we're just going to place this on top of this machine. And when I place the lemon on top of it, you'll see that it will move. See how it's moving? All right, so let's take the other half of my piece of lemon that I had that I was working with here just to demonstrate this. And what you do is you put your lemon on top. And if you want, you can place this little, if I had a whole lemon, I would do this and place the little cover on the top. Oh, pardon me. I don't need to do that. I'm just going to hold this with my hands. I'm not going to be holding it that tight. And I want to make sure that my spout is in the upward position so that it's not draining liquid out of the spout right yet. So you just take it and press it. And just let it do the work so that you're not squeezing. All right? And you can see that it did the same thing that my other apparatus did, the little hand squeezer. Now, if I want, I can put my bowl right underneath that. Let me turn it so that you can see it. And then I can tip the spout, and you saw my lemon juice just come right out of there. All right, so you could use this device to make your lemon juice. And what it does is it nicely catches all that pith and seeds right here. So I've been making my lemonade like that for quite some time. You could also use that machine for any of these for oranges. If the oranges were small enough to fit inside this, you could certainly do this for orange juice. They make one of these for oranges. They make one for lime, but I just found the lemon one was pretty versatile, so I bought one instead of having 3 devices. But recently I came across this little sucker. All right, this is awesome. This is like the ones you see at a lemonade stand somewhere. Now, I've seen these run upwards of $100. I did not pay $100 for this. I found it really inexpensive for like $29.99, but it's very heavy, and that's the idea. If you do buy one of these, make sure you get one that's really heavy. So let me show you how this one works, and then we'll get to zesting up these lemons before we use them. So for this one, you just place a bowl underneath. Make sure you have a bowl that fits nicely and isn't going to move around. And then you just put your lemon right here on top of this little doodah. And then you just hold here and squeeze. And bring that down. So this one takes a little more muscle than the electric version. I don't mind putting my muscle into it. One of the reasons why I like this is it gets more of the juice out of the lemon than the other 2 methods, just because I have the weight of this coming down and I'm pressing with my whole arm, not just squeezing with my hand. So it also catches all of the lemon seeds and the pith, as you can see. I'll bring that up closer so that you can see. Everything is in there. And then I'm going to put that right back on top. And it's easy to clean. So this piece will come out, as you just saw, and I can take it apart and I can clean it. So what am I going to be using today? I'm going to use this machine. And I think I'm going to send this one up to Nikki so that she can make lemonade up in Boston as well. So being from the South, we drink a lot of lemonade as it gets really hot here. And we do crazy things with it, like we mix it in our iced tea, or our sweet tea, as we call it. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zest up these lemons, show you how to keep that lemon zest, as I mentioned before. Then we'll squeeze out all of our lemons. I'll show you how to actually complete the lemonade. And then what we'll do is we'll also make some lemonade sweet tea so that you can kind of follow that all the way through. Alrighty, great. I'll be back in just a few moments. All right, Love of Fooders, I just said I was going to run this through a little sieve, so through a little fine mesh strainer, just to make sure I have all of the seeds out. So let me go ahead and show you that instead of moving on. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I pour this directly over my jar. And I don't want to pour it too fast. Let me see if I can turn this so you can see what I'm doing. And what this is doing, if you're somebody who doesn't like pulp, this is also removing any of that pulp from the lemonade. Now, my husband happens to be one of those people who likes his orange juice and his lemonade with a lot of pulp in it. But what we're going to do is we're just going to let that come through. Make sure we get all of that lemon flavor. And you can see how pretty my lemonade already is with this lemon in it. All right, and there is the seeds and the pulp that has been kept from there. Now, like I said, my husband's somebody who likes to pulp, so I might just pull out some of those seeds, drop those back into my bowl here. We get rid of those little seeds. I'm doing it with my finger. If you were serving this to other people, you might just go ahead and take a spoon. But I know this is going to be for me and my husband. And then we're just going to go ahead and drop that pulp back in there that he likes so much. And there it is. All right, I have a little more room in my jar, So I'm going to add in the last of that water. And I'll put my cover on my, as you can see, there's a seed or two floating in there. It won't kill anybody. I'm going to put my cover right on here. We don't have to cook this. We don't have to do anything with it. We're just going to shake it up. Let that sugar dissolve. You can see the sugar sitting right here at the top, at the bottom rather, now that I've tipped upside down. We're just going to go ahead and mix that. Shake it up. Make sure we get all that sugar off the bottom. And what I like about this is you also know how much sugar you're getting, right? If you buy this in the store, do you really know if you're getting a cup of sugar? You really don't know exactly what you're getting, but here you do. All right, homemade lemonade. If you wanted to, you could put a ribbon on this and send it over to a neighbor's house. Be a really nice thing to do on a hot summer day for them. There's all kinds of things that we can do. Like I said, with this lemonade, we can mix it with tea, which is what I'm going to do in a little while. Show you how to mix one of those non-alcoholic tea lemonade drinks. I'm not sure, but I think they named it after a famous golfer, but I always get that confused. And then also, you can do other things with this lemonade. You could, if you wanted an alcoholic drink, you could make a lemon martini out of this. There's all kinds of fun stuff you could do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean up my mess. I'm going to get going on tea. I'm going to do that on a separate video in case you're not interested in tea. But thank you for watching For the Love of Food. If you are interested in tea, look for that video as well. All right, thanks.